No Man's Sky's Omega update has released, bringing ownable pirate freighters, Atlas Path rework, new ways to play expeditions along with a new expedition, Twitch drops, and quite a bit more. This is a surprisingly large update, changing more than it would first appear. Firstly, the new Omega Expedition can actually be played for free by people who don't even own the game as a sort of NMS free trial, from today the 15th of February until the 19th. This coincides with the Twitch drops. The free trial is available in the respective platform's online store during this time. This is an interesting way to do a free trial and makes a lot of sense due to the sandbox nature of the default No Man's Sky experience. To aid this, the Omega Expedition comes with a tutorial that would usually be absent on former expeditions. Expeditions are usually not the first place you are directed to when first playing No Man's Sky. The Omega update also changes how we can access expeditions. No longer do we need a new save for each expedition. Instead, you can now head to the anomaly in an existing save and find the new terminal just by the Nexus and Quicksilver Synthesis bot. This terminal allows you to begin any active expedition, as well as build a bit of a cache of packaged technology and resources that will be available to you in the expedition. Once prepped, you can just start the expedition as normal. The expedition will then become a sort of sub-save within your existing playthrough. While in the expedition, you can open the pause menu and revert back to your primary save at any time. This will just pause the expedition sub-save. To go back to the expedition, just go to the anomaly again and use a terminal. Once you've finished the expedition, you can choose to bring back a cache of technology and items to your primary save, as well as a multi-tool and ship. All of the items will be automatically converted into their unit and nanite values and moved over, also along with a boon of currency based on your statistics during, such as sentinels killed, words learned, and likely but not confirmed, distance travelled, etc., making expeditions an amazing way to progress your existing saves in many ways. Discoveries and bases you make within the expedition will also be transferred. This does make me wonder how it will work with those already at the building item cap on their existing saves. Omega Expedition rewards are also among the best we've had, with some cool posters, a new Atlas helmet, an Atlas backpack, and a sweet new ship. Another little quality of life addition for expeditions is that previously visited rendezvous locations will finally be marked as such in the teleporter, taking away the need to Google the name of the specific systems. Another big feature in the Omega update is the ability to own pirate dreadnaught freighters. These are huge, menacing, and just generally look pretty badass. When they were added recently, ownership of them was hoped for and then requested when it was clear this wasn't possible, so it's nice to see this was added so shortly after, though I expect this was probably originally intended and just not ready for the update itself. Pirate dreadnaughts have their own hangar and bridge design, giving a nice change of pace to long-term players. To get one, just defeat the pirate onslaught and head inside to either take it for yourself or demand restitution. The Atlas Path has been reworked. This long-standing main story mission has been refreshed, primarily in its ending. The ending now makes a permanent change to your playthrough that is touted to be somewhat significant. Visuals for this have also been greatly improved. A bonus awarded to those who completed the Atlas Path before was the ability to see black hole systems on the galactic map. While this is now a default ability to players, as is the marking of Atlas stations when the Atlas Path is selected, requiring far fewer tedious trips to Polo. A nice little extra quality of life change is that you can now cycle through the current objectives and hints displayed on your HUD. No longer will we have to keep switching from the menu and reselecting missions to try and get the correct hint to pop up. Planetary missions have had an overhaul also, bringing the autophage mission screens into the norm. These missions available from the many planet-side aliens you'll meet have a far greater pool of objectives and text than former similar mission types, lending more to the individual giving the mission. Twitch drops are available from today the 15th until the 19th, offering some swish rewards. Each day offers a poster and some fireworks at 15 minutes, an expedition patch decal at 30 minutes, a multi-tool at 1 hour, a wildcard item at 2, which is either a base building item or a customization, and a ship at 3. You'll need to head to twitch.nomansky.com to connect your accounts if you aren't already set up, and then simply watch some Twitch streamers who have drops enabled and are playing No Man's Sky during the time frames. 5 days of drops, new set of drops each day, starting from 2 PM GMT. I will of course be streaming 4 drops, so pop by and chill while getting some sweet in-game loot. Some other excellent smaller additions have been made, such as the teleporter in the anomaly that sends you up or down from the landing pads to the teleporter room balcony, so we don't have to jetpack up there constantly. A new type of planetary chart has been added for archaeological dig sites, giving this often frustrating search an alternative. All wonders will now show the galaxy and portal address on the wonder projector instead of just planets, allowing ship hunters and more to make showcases. A new array of biscuit food items can now be made with the nutrient processor. The inventory page that opens as you open your inventory should now be far less frustrating, often keeping the inventory you last chose instead of just defaulting to your ship or exosuit depending on the situation. As well as this, if your active mission requires you to use a specific item, the inventory will now open to this item. There are far more little changes and fixes in this update. It's a pretty huge list of notes. This video is more of a summary of what I expected you'd find interesting. Now that we know the scope of the Omega update, I feel it's far more satisfying for the first of the year than it initially appeared. No new stations yet, and I expect the new ship rewarded in the expedition may arrive as its own type later on. Sean also tweeted tonight's Xbox podcast, could this be regarding the rumoured acquisition of Hello Games by Microsoft? Would love to hear your thoughts. Have a great day, folks.